Hello everyone, it's time for another video, and before starting anything I just want to say this video only applies for those who are spending money on the game and that are buying the merchandise packages every week and also are planning to get the new ones that is coming with the first anniversary update. So if you're not interested in any of that or are doing any of that, then you may want to skip this video. So with that out of the way, there was something I noticed in the new update. I'm not going to go through all the features and all the packages and stuff because there are other videos for that. Sibo being one of the content creators that are covering it, I believe. So we're only going to focus on these ones here. There's 6 of them in total, as you can see. And what really made me think here is that my initial plan was to, for the past 3 weeks, leading up to and including the update, there would be 8 packages, right? That's 3 plus 2 plus 3. And I was calculating what I'm going to get from them. The initial plan was to get 4, I believe, or 40, that is option lockstones, and then I would get some materials for the last. But then the patch obviously came out and we have these packages, which made me have to rethink a lot. So what's interesting about these 6 packages here is that first of all you have the blueprints as such, and that would be 210 each times 6, and then you can divide it by 6, and yeah, so it's 210 crafts. Then we have this one here, 500 of the materials you can choose here, and there is no option lockstones at all here to choose. So I was thinking, what if I get 80 lockstones instead of 40 and don't buy any materials now? So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to calculate this, and like I said, if you're a spender and if you're going to do this, you may want to consider doing this. Or if you want to get some option change stones instead of lock stones, that's up to you, of course. Point being, you may want to skip the materials for the coming weeks now until the patch, including the ones that are coming on the update. First of all, step 1, we need to figure out how many crafts are we going to make. So let's head to the global, or wherever your main account is. That would be global, and we're going to have to calculate and sum up everything here. We know in the new patch we're going to calculate everything in terms of crafts. By the way, it's just a lot easier like that. So we know there is 210 that is going to happen from the update. We also have to check whatever we have at the moment, of course, so let's just put all this together. I'm just going to use the calculator, it's just a lot easier, so we just have to divide everything by 6 really. As a matter of fact, let's just type all the numbers here and we can just sum them together later. So that would be 78, we have 54, we have 6, we have 6, we have 6, we have 456, and we have 12. So there's what I have now, and then of course there's also the 2 packages starting next week, and that will be another 50 crafts, and then on the update we will of course also have another 75 crafts from the usual ones that we're getting every week. So there's that. Now that was the easy way, of course. Now then we need to also get a calendar here. I have a picture here, so I'm just going to open Paint and put it in there so we can get it on screen. There we go. And today it's of course the 18th. And what we're going to do now is that we're going to have to count the days, of course. And there's 2 blueprints each day if you're doing the boosted missions, which you should be. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that's when the update comes, but it's also going to be taking some time to craft all these things, even though you do get, as you perhaps saw, 35 accelerators, so that will also be 210 accelerators. It's 35 crafts each, so we're gonna have a bunch of accelerators, but I would say, let's say 3 days I think is pretty reasonable, at least for the amount that I have. You're gonna have to obviously calculate this yourself, but for me it's going to be around 3 days. So what did I say now? That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 11 times 2, that's 22 crafts just from that, and we're also going to be given 6 entries. When the patch hits, you see they upgraded from instead of being capped at 1, it's going to have 7, so you're going to be given 6 when the update happens. So that's another 6 missions, of course, so that would be another 12 crafts. So now we know how many craft we are going to be doing. So now we just need to add all this together here. So let's do that. I'm just going to use the calculator and put it all together. So we start with 210. Then there's this, then there's that, then there is, well, that's actually 18. And then we can do this one. Then we'll grab this 12 here. There's the 50. Oops. There we go. And then there's the 75. And there's the 22. And there's the... So, 987 crafts. Can that actually be? Of course it is not. Now I did it wrong here. That was awkward. So, of course we need to, let's see, there's 50 crafts here, there's 75, yes, and we also crafts, right. So what I need to do is obviously divide all this by 6. I thought that looked a little bit high, that number, so don't do that. So we're gonna have to add these 6 together, that's 18, right, and then we have these, and then this 12 here, right. I think those 12 was, what was that again? Alright, it was my own blueprint, yeah. So we need to divide this in 6, so it's 103. My bad, apologies for that. There we go. Now it's going to be a bit more normal number going on here. So we're just going to have to add these together. I remember it's going to be in the neighborhood of 450, 60, somewhere around there. So 472. Okay. What we can do now is to use this calculator I have over here. So that's 472. So let's just input that, and you will see all these values change. What this will show is how many accelerators you will want to use here and on what timer. So we know that we're going to have 210 accelerators. That means we are a little bit too low to go on this one, but however this one will be fine. So how this works now is that you're going to have a little bit spare accelerators, which is nice, so you can use them for the next the coming week, because you're going to have another bunch of things to make there. But what you are going to do is that you have to look on the next field here and see the timer. So what this means is that it's going to take 2.06 days to complete all the crafts, assuming you're not sleeping and using them on cooldown, and you will want to use accelerators for 1 hour and 28 minutes and down. So if it's 1 hour or lower, you will not use an accelerator. So this is in my case, of course, with 472 crafts, and I will have 11 accelerators spare. But I think I'm just gonna save it for the following week there. So there's that. So now we know how long time it's gonna take. So like I said, two days there. I'm obviously going to sleep, and so so let's say 3 days. So I think that was a good estimate. So now that we have that out of the way, we know how many. Now it's time to actually get into it. We will just clean the notepad. We don't really care about that right now. What is, however, interesting is we need to figure out which blueprints we are actually having at the moment. So I'm going to pull the game back like this. And I'm going to just list them all. We'll just list them in order. So I'm going to, let's see here, thin. Then we have the... I'm not going to personally have any of these CD blueprints, as you see here. That's the round, I believe, because I don't want any of the Nari costumes. I'm not going to have the thick ones either, because I don't want the t-shirt. I already have my t-shirt done. I'm going to have a few USBs though, so I'm actually gonna just name them according to what it is. So floppy, USB, then we have the flash, we have the SSD, we have the cylindrical, this type sil, and then it's of course the hold. So this is the ones that we have, and of course I have a few blank ones as well. So let's calculate how many of each we will have now. We have the floppies, so that would be, I'm all going to just type the actual blueprints, so that, and then we have 54 of these guys. We have the flash memories, that would be 6 of those. There's of course the SSDs, which we have 456. However, I'm going to get a lot more of these, so what we have to do now is to take the 456 and we need to add together 210, because I'm going to get more of those. I'm going to work on on the statues, right? And I will also be getting a few more from the weeks that are coming up now. So I'm going to get another 50, of course, tomorrow, and then I will be getting another 75 on the updates week from the weekly ones. So there's that. Then we have the cylindrical, that will be 6. And let's put this thing on top here. There we go, so it doesn't like fly away from us. So we have 6 cylindrical, that's for the mothership. Then we have the hold, that's for the vending machine, which I need only 1 more of, so we're going to get into that too in the end of the video. And of course the blank ones, I believe I have 12 of those, yes. So, I'm not going to save it. Right, so now we know how many of the blueprints we are going to make. Next thing, let's just figure out what these cost. So the floppy, that's a 121, or sorry, 521, yep. Then we have the USB, that would be a 512. Then we have the flash, that's 215, and you can do any interface or you know any like organization that you like. I just do it like this. Maybe this is not the most clear one, I don't know, but it works for me. I like this. So then we have cylindrical, that's 251, and then we have the hold one, that's a 1, let's see here, 25, yeah, and then it's of course the blank one, which is a 333. Okay, then I'm just going to make a few of those. We're gonna figure this out. Oh, I just remembered, we have more things to do. We definitely have more things to do. I forgot to add the days left. I mean, we're obviously going to make yet more. The craft number that we did before is correct, yes, but we are still going to get more from the dailies. So let's actually do that as well. So we're not going to do this just yet. We're going to have some more added. So let's go down here on the spreadsheet and look at this thing here. We also have the picture that we made in Paint just now, and we can put that there, and then we'll just put this thing here. I count this as black days or white days. We're currently on a Sunday, which we see is a white day. That means Monday is obviously going to be a black day. And now we are going to have to count all the Mondays, Wednesdays and Friday leading up until when we are when we're done, basically. So I'm just going to take a brush here, make it red. We're counting up until the 29th. That's day 3, right? So that's our target day. So let's see here. I'm going to just take these two, and I'm going to copy those here, and we're just going to see the number of this, how many there are going to be. So there we go. Where did my picture go? There it is. So let's count Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's going to be 5 of those. We're also going to have to count the Saturdays, by the way, which is of course the where everything is boosted. Yeah. Then we are going to check here. We have the Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursdays. So that would, I've done today, so I'm not going to count that, of course. So that would be 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 of those. So there we go. And then Saturdays, we only have 1 Saturday left now. So there's going to be that one. And now we of course need to know which stages are we going to do. Also worth noting is that we're going to have another new 3 missions that will want to be done. And so let's actually find out on the update day what is that. Let's see, we have 18th, that's today. And that's a, let's see here. Okay, so it's a Tuesday when the update comes, right? So that's a Tuesday. That's a white day, and feint tactics is actually white. So we're gonna be able to. We're gonna do 1 feint tactics. We know that for sure. So we're just gonna put it down there. Feint tactics x1. Okay, cool. Let's go. Monday, Fridays, and okay, that's black days. So what do I want to do on the black days? I want to, and we have to look up here which blueprints we're getting. So is Elfheim black? Elfheim is actually black, yeah. And I need 1 more of those, so I'm gonna do Elfheims on the black days. So that would mean, and also on the Saturday. So that is Elfheim times 6. So I'm gonna do Elfheim on this one and also on these 5, yeah. Then we have on the white days. That's going to be this one is what I'm gonna do. So that means I'm going to do how to guard treasure for those. So that's x4. And then of course we are going to have another, let me think now. Normally we are looking at, let's see, that's 6 L5s here, and then there's 4 of those guys, right? And I'm going to be able to have 5 more, because I'm going to have those 6 extra tickets, right? We're going to spend 1 on Feint Tactics, and the remaining ones I'm going to be spending on something else, and that day happens to be white, right? So that's on the Tuesday. So I will want to do 5 more of the how to guard treasure. So that's 9 of those in total. That's going to be done, and then I will just do the other 2 for the next 2 days, and that's also of course something we will have to consider. So get stronger and return, that's going to be on the 28th, and that's going to be x1, and then on the 29th we're going to be doing the surrounded by enemies x1, and together this would be 10 16 18 missions. So I just have to check one more little thing in game as well, and that would be let's see if we can get out of here. This is my main account. Yeah, gonna have to check how many I have done, because I know there is a ethic up here. Was that another one? No, I just saw it wrong. Alright, so I'm not going to hit this. I'm not going to hit this, so we don't need to account for 1 extra. I know I'm going into super detail here, but I just like to do this thorough. And also, I don't know when that vending machine is going to pop, by the way. Once it does, we convert those to blank, so it's not going to be 100%, but it's definitely going to give us a good enough estimate here. So, now that we have done this, we need to figure out how many blueprints does this give us, and also how many materials is this giving us. So first of all, we need to figure out the blueprints, of course. That's going to be 12 of the hold, so that's 12x hold. And then we will be doing Feint Tactics. That is going to give us what? Ah, nice, SSDs, cool. So it's going to give us 2 SSDs. We will also be doing how to guard treasure, and that is of course this one, that is the USBs. So that would be 9 of those. That means 18, because you're getting double, you know, when it's boosted. That would be 18 times the USB crafts, yeah. Then we are going to also let's see here, get stronger and return. What's that? Right, there it is. That's going to give me CDs. Ow! So that would actually be 1x blank, because I'm going to blank those. I don't want to build those and get another Nari cushion. I would have mine maxed out. Surrounded by enemies is giving us the floppy, so I'm going to take that. There we go. Okay, now we know that. Sweet. We can actually convert all these to crafts already. Let's do that. Let's see here. 54, that's 9. Then this one is 1. This one I don't know, so I'm just gonna do it like that. Okay, something went wrong here. How did it go wrong like that? Let's figure this out super quickly here. I have 456, yes. I'm going to get... Ah, I see what I did. It's not 210, obviously. It's it's 210 times 6. So that would be, yeah, right. Stupid me. 75, and then it was the 50 as well. Right, that's the one. Then divide that by 6, and that... Yaha. Okay. Okay, that's an even number. Cool. Ah. Yeah. Yup. Okay. Okay. now I'm in too much of a hurry here. So we do it like this: 76 crafts right now, then it's 75 crafts, then it's 50 crafts, and then it's of course 210 crafts. That's the one. 411. I recognize that number. Cool. Now we are back on it. Then we have one of these guys. There's the 78 here. I think that's like 12, but I just want to double check it anyways. It's 13. Good that I checked. And then of course this is 2. All right. Nice. So, and now we just need to, we don't need to calculate anything here. I don't know why I added that. We're going to do that later. However, I am interested in I'm going to keep this down here, of course. So we have one floppy, we're going to add that. That's one craft of floppies, by the way. No, it should be 2. It should definitely be 2. I have to double it. Because we're going to do one mission, then it's doubling. Yep. Okay, cool. So it's 2 floppies, really. Yeah, so that amounts to 3. Yep, and then we have the blanks, that's 4 in total. Then we have 18 USBs, which is here, that's 18 plus 9, that's 27 crafts. And I will also, of course, get the 12 hold ones, which would be 25. And then we have the faint tactics as well, which is SSDs, and that's only 2 of them. So we're going to add that to this one. There, finally. Now we have the number of all of the blueprints. What we're going to do now is 2 things. We're partly going to calculate how many materials I'm going to be getting from these missions, and then we're also going to be calculating how much all the blueprints are going to cost us, and then we of course need to apply what I currently have. So let's check with the materials first. So first of all, I'm going to just pull this over here, and we're going to take a note at how many materials I currently have, which is 206, 320, and 288. There we go. Now we're going to have to add all the things I'm getting for the missions. So we're going to type it in the same format. So that's Elfheim. It's down here. Let's see if I can grab this. No, I can't. There we go. Right. So it's Elfheim. What does that give us? Elfheim is down there. I'm just going to make it like this to make it easier. We can actually use this whole thing. So Elfheim, that is 6, 3, 13. We're just going to do it like this for all of them. Faint tactics, that would be a 0, 9, 13. Then we have the how to guard treasure, which is up here. There it is. That would be 12, 5, 3. And then we are going to do the other 2 as well, missions. So that would be 3, 13, and 6. And then last but not least, surrounded by enemies, that would be a 13, 0, 9, like that. And now we have to, of course, just add it together here. I'm going to make this smaller once again. Like I said, this is pretty tedious process, of course. 6 times 6 is 36. So I'm gonna add this for each of the lines, so we can just get this. There we go. So that's a 36. Then we have 3 times 6, that's 18. And then we have 13 times 6, which is something else. And that's 78. Cool. There we go. Here it's gonna be 0. It's gonna be 9, and it is going to be 13. That was an easy one. Here it's going to be 9 times 12, which is 108. We also have 9 times 5, which I should know, but I just have my brain just stopped working. Of course, it's 45. And then it is 9 times 3, that's 18. And then we have right, this is the same. This is the same. And this is also the same. Okay, now we need to add all this together. So let's see. Let's just tab them out here so we can get them to the same. It's just a lot easier. Okay. Damn. There. Okay. Nice. So let's see. Let's do all these first. That's 108, I see, plus 36, plus 3, plus 13. So that's 160. Okay. And then we have the middle ones. That would be 18. It is 9, I'm seeing 45, 13, and 0, of course. So that's 85, and then we have the last one, that's 78, 13, 18, 6, and 9. There we go, 124. Okay, now let's get the final number. That would be 106 plus 160, sorry, 206, yep. There, then it's the 320 plus 85, that's 405. Then there is the 288 plus 124, and that's 412. So this is the materials I will have. So mats on, when is it? It's the 29th. Okay. So we're gonna keep that number here. We can just clean this now. We don't really need this anymore. We have all the things we need now. So let's just I'm just gonna clean it so we don't have so much stuff going on here, because we really don't want to like clutter it up too much. So there's that. Now we need to do the same thing here, and this is what we will have, and this is what how much it's gonna cost us. We haven't, of course, added any of the materials from the packages. That's going to be 3,000 in total, but that's what we need to know, which ones to buy. So we're getting close now. So let's just add this together. That's 3, so that's a 15, that's a 10. Sorry, that's not a 10, that's an 6, sorry, and that's a 3, of course. Then we have 27 here, 27 times 5, I have no idea what that could possibly be, but it's 135, and then that would be 27, and 27 times 2, that would be 54. Okay, then we do this one here, that's just as it looks, because we're only gonna have one flash. Oh wow, okay, this is gonna be fun. It's obviously that, then it's that times 5, that would be, that's a lot, and then there's also the same amount times 2, so that's 826, right. Then we have this one here, it's the same, so just copy this one up here. Then we have the 25 here, so that's 25, that's 50, and then we know that is 125. And then there is this, right, so that's 12, 12, 12. Okay, cool. Alright, we have that. Let's just tab them all out again and add them together. There we go. So this is the cost. I just like to kind of make, normally I do make even more notes and stuff, what is what, because sometimes I make this and then I'm gonna explain it to someone or look back at it and I have no idea which number is what. Actually, it's super messy, so it's just nice to make little notes here. Anyways, let's just add this together here. So we have 15, we have 135, we have 2, we have 413, we have 2, we have 25, we have 12, so that's 505 in total. And then we of course have the 6, we have the 27, we have the 1, we have the 2065, we have the 5, we have the 50, and we have the 12, so that's 2166 in total there. And then get rid of the comma, and then we are going to the last one. That would be 3, that's 54, that's 5, that's 826, that is 1, that is 125, and 12. There we go. Okay, that's the total cost, and that is the materials. So what we need to do now is to take these numbers here, and then we need to subtract with what the cost is. So we're obviously going to go into the minus, so what we're going to have after all the crafts, you know, theoretically speaking, is this. Then we have the 105 here, or 405, sorry, minus this large number here. That's that. Whoop. And then we of course also have the 412, and then this one here, so that's minus there. Perfect. Alright, so when on the 29th I would have these materials, except I wouldn't obviously because I can't craft the things. So now we know that we are going to get 3,000 materials. So which 3,000 are we going to buy in batches of 500? So let's just start to add this. We just needed a higher number than this up here, really. We have the 500, so now this one is cleared. That's one craft, so we can just go down here and add a 1 here. Then there is of course the middle one, which has to exceed this one. That would preferably be 2,000. So there's that, and that would be 4. And then the last remaining one would be 2. So that would be 1,000, right? Because 500 is too little, and that would be 2. Now we obviously have an issue here because we only have 6 packages and this counts to 7, so we need to remove 1. Which one are we removing? That's the question. So what I'm going to do now is that obviously I have to make a decision. Am I going to be able to craft everything, or will I have some leftovers and that I will have to simply wait for until I regen the materials? And I'm actually going to go with the waiting because we're in the long game here anyways, it doesn't really matter. And then on the following week coming after, we are going to be getting the new 2 packs anyways, so I can clear that out there. It's only going to be 1 category I believe that is going to have issues here. Not 2. So that means I need to get materials 1 and then some more lockstones. I could of course get more materials now and then, you know, I could get 2 lockstones the following week, but I want all the lockstones now because I'm gonna have so many option chains as well, so I'd rather get those and wait then. So now the question is of course, what are we going to do? There are some different alternatives here. We could of course go with this one, or I can actually go with 1,000 here, and then we can go with 1,500 in this one here, or the third option would of course be to get 0 on this one here, get the 2,000 and get the 1,000. So which one would be the smartest option here? That's of course the question. So let's see here. Which one do we like the most? And this is where we can just keep calculating really, because what am I gonna do at this point? So first of all, I'm going to have 413 SSD crafts. There is another calculator that we have. This is not public, by the way, but I'm going to show it anyways. Also, we're going to put this number to 24 and not to here. We're going to look at this soon, so don't worry. But yeah, this is like a calculator that me and a friend Epi made. Well, Epi made it, but we're both using it, and I've added a little bit things to it. This is where this comes from as well. So, Statue of Bravery, how many did we say we had there? There was 413 crafts of this one here. There we go. Okay, 413 number crafts, right? So what are my odds to get? How many do we need? Let's say I want 18 of them because I want 3 more of them, right? We don't want more than that. So that's a 7% chance of that happening. Not very likely, in other words. So let's remove 1 and let's go for 12 instead. So it's a bit, yeah, 58% chance for me to get 12. That could happen. We of course have the guaranteed 50 as well. That's going to happen. So yeah, it's not impossible actually at this point. We're not going to exceed 18 though. I don't think that's going to happen. So it's still fine. And also we want to make some more of this. Interesting. Anyways, just wanted to have a little look there. Let's get back to the other sheet. There we go, and get the things back in here. We have the days to look at here. We're of course going to end on a Thursday. That means we have a Friday, which is black. So it's black. Then it's the white one on Sunday there. So it's 1 black and 1 white. I don't think that's gonna really matter though. But yeah, let's see here. Okay, so okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna add these little arrows again, and we're just gonna see how many materials we're gonna be like lacking when this whole thing is over, right? So the first one we would obviously need these. We will take the 2,000, which we're gonna get, then minus this here, so that's 239, and then there is the let me see now. Alright, so yeah, if I go to 1,000 here, that means we will get... So what's interesting about this is that we can actually future-proof the whole thing and like see what's gonna happen. Don't want to go too far though, because they might release new packages on the next update and so on, but still. We'll kind of know that by that Thursday, which is pretty cool. Anyways, well, it's too late by then, because we have bought everything anyways. Alright, so that's what I would be having there. Then on the next one, I would be having 500. And then I would be removing this number here, then this one. I mean, the total amount of materials is obviously going to be the same. However, I'm just curious to see what kind of split makes the most sense. That's what we want to know, considering what we are going to keep crafting. Because yeah. Because I'm not so sure I would be getting for more SSBs at that point. So the statues, that is. I might go for some motherships. I have three statues and 3 motherships, and then do the last one after. So that's why I'm kind of like thinking here. Of course, I have 1,000 there, and then there's the 600. Okay, cool. How long have we been talking for now? 35 minutes. Okay, at least we'll be under an hour. I'm almost done. So then there's the 500 here. Then minus the 139. Oh yeah, of course it's the same. It's the same. Right, and then we have 2,000 here instead. Right. Then we're gonna make this cut here. Was it 2,000 on the top one? Yeah, I could have only like copied that, but whatever. Right, so there's gonna be a minus in any other positions. Okay, so there's 500 here. Right, and then minus the 614. That's 114, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Now we know that. What's going to happen now? We're moving up. So. Oh, 1 second. My girlfriend is texting me. I should reply to that. Oh. There we go. So, back. Yeah. So, like I said, getting 12 of these is probably gonna happen. Let's assume that it is going to happen. If we overshoot too bad, but yeah, we're gonna get 12. That means I want to build cylindrical blueprints after this. I think that's what I want to do anyways. I'm not sure, I haven't decided. Let me actually just end the recording right here, and I'm just going to think about this for a little bit. So BRB in 1 second. And I'm back. I've just done some things off camera now. Just it's easier to. I didn't want to waste too much time here, so I'm just gonna look here and compare what. Yeah, how the future will look really, depending on what I'm deciding to make here, or what the smartest thing would be to go for after. 361. Actually, let me just run that one really quickly in the calculator. So that minus 361. Okay, cool. So that means I would need one of those packages. I kind of like the bottom one most. I'm gonna have a smaller loss at that point, so let's see. I have a smaller loss at that point. Yeah. Yep. I am going to make some USBs from that point, actually. I don't really want or care about the plastic model, it's just for the collection, but I figured it would be like smarter to go for that. Or actually, no, that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no. I think I might go for the smiley face, actually. I think that would be a good idea. Because then I can buy one of these packages. This one I would need to buy, I think, 2 packages, right? So if I have minus this, it's like a negative, and then we can add this one here, and then we can, yeah, so I need 2 of those packages then. So that's 3 packages out of 6. And then I would have enough of this, I don't need to do that. So that's 3 packages then that I would have to get at that point. It's all gonna come down in like the end anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I just want to be as efficient as possible, of course. So that means I have 30 lockstones from that, from those 6 packages coming up, or 5, sorry. So that'll be 20 lockstones. Yeah, 20 lockstones. Okay. I could maybe get away with. Yeah, if I make USBs, I can maybe get some more, but yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, anyways. I think the plan is mostly ready now. Anyway, so I'm just gonna delete all this and make some notes. Dailies. Do Elfheim and what's it called? God treasure. Right. Yeah, we can just remove all this. No, we can't. We need to know. Yeah, I need to decide here which materials to get. But I like this one personally the most. So that's what my plan is going to be. So 502,500, and that's going to mean that I will be getting 141 there. And then I can of course take the decision later. I'm just gonna save this in the notes here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. There's one more thing I'd like to just mention, and that is by going into the Korean server. We can see that they have added some things here. So if we're about to craft something, you have here. Unique merc are crafted within 50 times per blueprint. I don't know if that's like individually 50, so I will need to make 50 these to get guaranteed, or if it's actually like across everything. I'm gonna look at that. In case it's across everything, however, I have a little counter here that I made for myself. So I'm going to, as I craft things on day one, I'm just gonna be filling in this thing when I'm not getting one, and then when when this one is red, I will just pop all my what's it called, hold blueprints, and then I can force the vending machine to happen. I don't know exactly how it works though, so I'm looking for some more information on that. Anyways. Thanks for watching. And how long is this now? Yeah, it's about 40 minutes, so not too bad, I guess, considering there was a lot to cover. But I hope this helped and that you found it interesting. And so like I said, if you're planning to do these things, you may want to do these calculations here so you can get most of the things out of these packages. Until next time. Oh, one more thing. I will be streaming on the 1st anniversary as well. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I don't know how long. Definitely gonna be like a couple of hours. So we're gonna do some arena, gonna do all the option change lock reroll things, and yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Anyways, until next time.